Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine waking up in a world without water. Your tap remains dry. There's no coffee to brew, no refreshing shower to start your day. Your plants wilt, desperate for a single drop. This scenario, while daunting, highlights the critical importance of water in our lives. We often take it for granted, this precious resource that flows so freely. Yet, without water, life as we know it would cease to exist. The consequences of water scarcity are far-reaching, impacting everything from our health and hygiene to global food security. It's a crisis we can no longer ignore. The time to act is now, to protect and preserve this life-giving element for generations to come. Water is fundamental to human survival. Every cell, tissue, and organ in our body relies on it to function. We need water for hydration, digestion, temperature regulation, and countless other bodily processes. Even seemingly simple actions like breathing and thinking require water. On average, an adult needs about 2 liters of water daily to maintain good health. This need increases with physical activity, hot climates, and certain medical conditions. Without sufficient water intake, our bodies become dehydrated, leading to fatigue, headaches, and more severe health complications. Ensuring access to clean, safe drinking water is therefore non-negotiable for human well-being. Water on Earth is constantly moving and changing states, from liquid to vapor to ice and back again. This continuous process is known as the water cycle, a delicate balance essential for life. The cycle begins with evaporation, where the sun's energy turns water from lakes, rivers, and oceans into vapor. This vapor rises, cools, and condenses into clouds, eventually falling back to Earth as precipitation, rain, snow, or hail. However, human activities are disrupting this natural cycle. Deforestation, pollution, and climate change are altering precipitation patterns, increasing evaporation rates, and contaminating water sources. These disruptions threaten the availability and quality of fresh water, jeopardizing ecosystems and human societies worldwide. When discussing water resources, it's crucial to differentiate between blue water and green water. Both are vital for life, but they represent distinct parts of the water cycle. Blue water refers to the visible water resources we readily recognize: rivers, lakes, reservoirs, and groundwater aquifers. This is the water we typically use for drinking, irrigation, and industrial processes. Green water, on the other hand, is the water stored in soil and vegetation. It originates from precipitation and is absorbed by the soil, becoming available to plants for growth. Green water is crucial for agriculture, forestry, and maintaining healthy ecosystems. Understanding the distinction between blue and green water is vital for developing sustainable water management strategies. Forests play a critical role in maintaining the Earth's water cycle. They act like giant sponges, absorbing rainfall, filtering it slowly, and releasing it gradually into rivers and streams. Trees also help prevent soil erosion, ensuring that rainwater infiltrates the ground and replenishes groundwater reserves. However, deforestation is disrupting these vital functions. As forests are cleared for agriculture, logging, or urbanization, the land loses its ability to absorb and regulate water flow. This leads to increased runoff, soil erosion, and a decline in groundwater recharge. The consequences are dire: more frequent and severe floods, droughts, and a decline in water quality, impacting both human communities and natural ecosystems. As the world's population grows, so does the demand for water, particularly in urban areas. Cities, with their sprawling concrete landscapes and high population densities, put immense pressure on water resources. The impermeable surfaces of roads, buildings, and parking lots prevent rainwater from seeping into the ground. Instead, it runs off rapidly, carrying pollutants into rivers and overwhelming drainage systems. Moreover, cities often rely on distant water sources, requiring extensive and energy-intensive infrastructure for transportation and treatment. This dependence on external sources leaves cities vulnerable to droughts and water shortages. Addressing the water challenges of urbanization requires innovative solutions that promote water conservation, reuse, and sustainable urban planning. Section 7. Harvesting water from air. The promise of atmospheric water generators. Amidst the growing water crisis, a promising technology is emerging: atmospheric water generators, or AWGs. As their name suggests, AWGs extract water vapor directly from the air, providing a new and potentially revolutionary source of fresh water. These devices work by creating conditions that mimic the natural process of condensation. Air is drawn into the AWG and passed over a cooled surface, causing the water vapor to condense into liquid water. This collected water is then filtered and purified, making it safe for drinking. AWGs can operate using various energy sources, including solar, wind, and grid electricity. The beauty of AWG technology lies in its potential to provide clean, safe drinking water in areas facing water scarcity, regardless of their proximity to traditional water sources. Section 8. AWGs in action. Success stories from around the world. While still a relatively new technology, AWGs are already making a difference in communities facing water challenges. From remote villages to disaster relief efforts, AWGs are proving their worth as a viable solution. In arid regions of India, AWGs are providing clean drinking water to villages that previously relied on contaminated wells or had to transport water over long distances. In the aftermath of natural disasters like hurricanes and earthquakes, AWGs have been deployed to provide emergency drinking water to affected populations, showcasing their adaptability and mobility. Even in developed countries, AWGs are finding applications in reducing reliance on bottled water and promoting sustainable water use in homes, offices, and public spaces. These success stories highlight the potential of AWGs to address water challenges across diverse contexts and scales. Section 9. The cost of innovation, making AWGs accessible to all. While the potential of AWGs is undeniable, their widespread adoption faces challenges, particularly concerning cost and accessibility. Currently, the initial investment required for AWGs can be prohibitive, especially for low-income communities and developing countries. However, as with any emerging technology, costs are expected to decrease as production scales up and technological advancements are made. Furthermore, exploring innovative financing models such as microloans, subsidies, and public-private partnerships can make AWGs more accessible. Investing in research and development to improve the efficiency and affordability of AWGs is crucial. Governments, NGOs, and private companies must collaborate to make this life-changing technology available to those who need it most. Section 10. A call to action. Securing our water future together. The time for complacency is over. The global water crisis demands immediate and decisive action. Embracing innovative solutions like atmospheric water generators is no longer a choice, but a necessity. We must invest in research, development, and implementation of AWG technologies, making them accessible and affordable for all. Alongside this technological shift, we must also prioritize sustainable water management practices. This includes promoting water conservation, reducing pollution, protecting our forests, and rethinking our urban landscapes to be more water sensitive. The future of our planet and the well-being of generations to come depend on our actions today. Let us rise to the challenge and secure a water-secure future for all.